still talk to her. Every morning I sit in that old rocking chair on the porch, the one she loved so much, and I tell her about the day. I tell her about the weather, about the roses she planted finally blooming red again, about how the neighbor's dog still barks too loud. I even tell her silly things, like how I burn the toast again, just like I used to when we first moved in. And people, they see me. They walk by with their coffee, their kids, their dogs, and they smile. But not the kind of smile that says, "That's sweet." No, it's the kind that says, "She's lost it." I've heard them whisper, "Poor thing," one woman said once, "she's not coping." Another man actually laughed, right out loud, when he saw me holding her favorite scarf and talking to it like it could answer back. I didn't say anything. I just kept talking, because I know something they don't. Her name was Clara. We were married for 23 years. Not a single day went by that I didn't love her more than the one before. She was soft-spoken, always humming while she cooked, always leaving little notes in my lunchbox. "Don't forget to drink water," or "You're my favorite person in the whole world." Simple things, but they meant everything. When she got sick, it hit us like a storm with no warning. One day she was fine, laughing at some dumb joke I made, and the next, the doctor said the words no one ever wants to hear. Terminal. 6 months, maybe less. I stayed with her every single second I could. I held her hand when she couldn't sleep. I read to her. She loved those old romance novels, the kind with the cheesy covers. I watched her get weaker day by day until she could barely lift her head, but even then, her eyes, they still sparkled when she looked at me, like I was still the miracle, not her. The last week was the hardest. She was so tired. One night she reached for my hand and said, "Promise me something." I said, "Anything." She smiled, so weak, but still there, and whispered, "Don't stop talking to me. Even when I'm gone, I'll hear you." I kissed her forehead and said I would. And I meant it. I really did. She passed on a rainy Tuesday. I held her until her breath slowed, then stopped. The silence after, I'll never forget it. Like the whole world just paused. After the funeral, people came. They brought casseroles and hugs and sad eyes. They said all the right things. "She's in a better place. Time heals. Be strong." But none of it helped. The house felt too big, too quiet. So I started talking to her. At first it was just out loud, like I was explaining things. "Clara, the sink's leaking again," or "Clara, I saw that bluebird you loved today." Then it became a habit. Then it became necessary. I didn't care what people thought. I knew she was still with me. I felt her in the breeze and the way the light fell through the kitchen window in the morning. I wasn't crazy. I was just still married to her. Then one day, about 3 months after she passed, I was cleaning out her side of the closet, something I had been too scared to do. And there, tucked inside her favorite sweater, was an envelope. My name was written on it in her handwriting. My hands shook so bad I could barely open it. Inside was a letter, and as I read it, I broke. She wrote about how much she loved me, not just "I love you" stuff, but real things. How she loved the way I snored when I was really tired. How she kept a saved every ticket stub from every movie we ever saw together. How she kept a list of all the things she wanted to tell me after she was gone because she knew I'd keep talking to her. And then she said this, "If you're reading this, it means you're still speaking to me, and I want you to know I hear every word. I'm right there with you, in the chair, in the garden, in your heart. Don't ever stop, because I'm listening, and I'm smiling." I fell to my knees. I read it over and over. I cried so hard I thought I'd never stop. But then, I laughed, a real laugh, because I could hear her voice in every word. It was her. It was really her. The next morning, I sat on the porch like always, and I told her about the letter. I told her how much it meant to me, how I finally knew, without a doubt, that she was still here. That same neighbor who laughed before walked by. He saw me, saw the letter in my hand, and must have seen the tears. He stopped and said, "You okay?" I just looked at him and said, "She wrote me a letter." He frowned. "Your wife?" I nodded. He hesitated, then asked if he could read it. I didn't want to. It was private. But something told me to let him, so I handed it over. He read it slowly. His face changed. The smirk, the judgment, it all melted away. When he finished, he didn't say anything, just handed it back, touched my shoulder, and walked away. The next day, he brought me a potted plant, said Clara would have liked it. More people came after that. Some asked if they could read the letter. I let a few, not everyone, but those who did, they never laughed again. Some even started talking to their own lost ones. A woman down the street told me she began leaving notes for her son who passed. She said maybe he can read them from wherever he is. I don't know if she can really hear me. Maybe it's just me holding on, but I don't care, because when I talk to her, I feel close to her. And that letter, it wasn't just words on paper. It was a promise, a bridge, a way to keep loving her without end. Sometimes, late at night, I swear I feel her hand brush mine, or I'll catch the scent of her perfume, vanilla and lavender, just for a second. And I smile, because I know she's here, she's listening. And to anyone out there who's lost someone, don't stop talking. Don't stop loving. They might not be here the way we want, but love doesn't die. It changes. It grows quiet, but it never leaves. And if people laugh, let them. One day they might understand. One day they might need to believe it too. I still talk to her every single day, and I always will.